Jalen Ramsey has found renewed energy playing safety for Steelers. A three-time All-Pro at cornerback, Jalen Ramsey made a switch to safety for the injury-stricken Steelers ahead of Week 9. For at least one game, the move worked wonders, as Pittsburgh's defense confounded the Colts in a 27-20 victory, forcing 5 turnovers while holding the league's #1 scoring offense to its fewest points on the season. Coach Mike Tomlin said this week ahead of a Sunday night football showdown with the Los Angeles Chargers that Ramsey will continue working exclusively at safety for now. The 10th-year defensive back is not just game for the challenge, but reinvigorated. I guess you could say it brings a renewed energy for me because playing corner for 10 years, you kind of learn the game and it kind of becomes same old every day, Ramsey said, per the team website. Not saying that I wasn't learning or wasn't trying to continue to grow that role. At safety, now I'm in the meetings and things. I'm learning new things to look at, different ways to look at the game from a safety's point of view. But it's been cool. Ramsey came to Pittsburgh through an off-season trade with the Dolphins that involved another versatile coverman, safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Steelers valued Ramsey's similar ability to line up anywhere in the secondary, though he noted this week he's never played a full NFL game anywhere but corner. Thanks to injuries to players such as Deshaun Elliott and Jabril Peppers, Ramsey roaming the back end in a more full-time capacity became necessary for Pittsburgh. Before last week's contest, Ramsey had played 47 snaps at free safety for the Steelers, per PFF. Against the Colts, he logged 55. His stat line wasn't eye-popping by any means, he logged 5 tackles, but the overall results were very much needed. A defense that had seemingly fallen apart in 2 straight losses to the Packers and Bengals held firm against an offense that had been lighting up the league. After failing to force a takeaway since Week 4, the Steelers' defense collected 5, with another on special teams to boot. Provided another week of acclimating to playing free safety following a 13-year gap since he primarily lined up there, it's also reasonable to expect a pro of Ramsey's quality to improve in his next crack at manning the position. It's definitely new, for sure. Before last week, the last time I played safety for a full game was my freshman year in college, Ramsey said. So, however many years ago that was, 13 or something like that. So, it's been a while. It's definitely not like riding a bike. Tough but fun. I love football. All pieces of it I enjoy and try to embrace. And there won't be any training wheels available going up against a thrower of Justin Herbert's quality. The Chargers have morphed into a pass-first offense in 2025, with countless options to wear a defense thin in Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, and Oron Gadsden too. It's by no means a certainty the Steelers' defense is back after one good outing and one pass test with Ramsey at safety. Should Pittsburgh slow a second straight offensive powerhouse, however, the pendulum will certainly be swinging that direction. We'll continue working, Ramsey said. I won't say one game will change everything, all of that. But we'll just continue working. The Steelers take on the Chargers at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. It's funny how careers evolve in the NFL. 4 years, Jalen Ramsey was the prototype cornerback, the shutdown artist who erased half the field, the vocal leader who backed up every word with elite-level play. From Jacksonville to Los Angeles, his swagger, his technique, his fire, all of it defined what a modern corner could be. But 2025 has written a new chapter in Ramsey's story, and it's unfolding in a place few expected, Pittsburgh. Not only has he traded his Rams horns for the Steelers black and gold, but he's also moved into a new position, safety, and it's brought out something few thought Ramsey needed at this stage of his career, renewed energy. The transformation no one saw coming. When the Steelers acquired Ramsey during the offseason, many assumed he'd resume his role as an outside corner. After all, that's what he's built his resume on, All-Pro nods, Super Bowl glory, and a reputation that sent offensive coordinators into late-night headaches. But when training camp began, something shifted. Steelers defensive coordinator Terrell Austin hinted that he saw Ramsey's instincts, range, and leadership fitting better in the deep secondary. The experiment started quietly, then caught fire when Ramsey himself embraced it. "Man, I feel free again," Ramsey told reporters after Week 5. "It's like I'm seeing the whole field now. I'm playing fast, I'm communicating, I'm leading, it's different, but it feels right." Those words hit differently. Because for the past couple of years, even the most devoted Ramsey fans noticed something. The edge wasn't always there. The injuries, the criticism, the grind, it all took a toll. The move to safety has reignited the passion that once made Ramsey one of the league's most electrifying defensive presences. A perfect fit in Pittsburgh's DNA. There's a certain poetry to this move happening in Pittsburgh. The Steelers, a franchise defined by defensive legends, from Troy Polamalu to Rod Woodson to Mel Blount, have always embraced players who play with instinct, emotion, and intelligence. Ramsey embodies all of that. Playing safety, he's allowed to channel the best of both worlds, the physicality of a corner and the vision of a general. Instead of being isolated on one side of the field, he now patrols the middle like a predator waiting to strike. And it's showing. Through the first half of the season, Ramsey has 3 interceptions, a forced fumble, and more than a few plays that have gone viral for their vintage swagger. But beyond the stats, there's an energy in his game, and in the entire Steelers secondary, that feels contagious. Minkah Fitzpatrick, who shifted to a more hybrid role alongside Ramsey, called the partnership natural. "Me and Jalen, we speak the same football language," Fitzpatrick said. "It's like having 2 quarterbacks on defense. We're seeing things before they happen. It's been fun, like really fun." The reinvention of a superstar. Ramsey's transition to safety mirrors something we've seen with other greats who've adapted late in their careers. Charles Woodson made a similar move in Oakland, extending his prime by shifting from corner to safety, and ultimately cementing his Hall of Fame legacy. Ramsey, still only in his early 30s, seems to be following that same arc, but with a Steelers twist. Pittsburgh doesn't just let you play defense, it lets you become defense. And Ramsey, who thrives off physicality and communication, is thriving in a scheme that demands both. When asked about the shift, head coach Mike Tomlin smiled and said, "He's a football player, and football players find ways to make impact. Jalen's just doing it from a different spot now." That statement sums up everything about Ramsey's rebirth. His pride as a corner was legendary, but his humility to evolve might be what defines this stage of his career. Leadership, swagger, and steel. Inside the Steelers' locker room, Ramsey's influence has gone beyond just the X's and O's. Younger players, including rookie corners Joey Porter Jr. and Darius Rush, have been vocal about how much Ramsey's presence has elevated their confidence.